Hello everyone, today you've got me, Emily's at home and I've come out with a cold. I've got a bit of man flu myself and so's one of our guests today, and I'm here with the chaps from Penton Park Brewery. We've got Guy and we've got Kevin, and basically I'm flying the groom's flag today because we're going to have a chat about beer, your bar, perhaps stag do's, and any other way we can crowbar beer into a Baylily Meets. Guy,
into 10 minutes.
Into 10 minutes, that's it. Guy, Kevin, how are you both?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good, thank you, yeah.
And how is it here at Penton Park Brewery?
Great, I'm taking some beer. And,
cool.
Yeah, it's a bit chilly. It's right.
It is alright, and this is a very tasty. What am I drinking again?
Colonel Bob.
We've got a Colonel Bob, and it is very nice, if I may say so.
And this is the Duke.
How many beers have you got here now then?
5.
So
we've got a porter, a dark chocolatey beer, a 15 on ale, which is more of an amber ale, and then 3 golden ales that have very different tastes. You've got 2 there, Colonel Bob and the Duke, and also Spanish Shooter.
The Spanish Shooter. And what's your favourite out of them?
Well, my one is the porter. I love the porter. I could drink it all day.
Mine's Colonel Bob.
Well, I think they're the 2 I've had from conversation, and they are both very nice, that is true. So somehow we've got to crowbar weddings and events and not just concentrate on bars and breweries. So a couple of questions I'm thinking. It's fair to say that a bar is an essential part of a wedding. Yeah, I've never been to a wedding without some form of bar. So if they were looking to have ale at their wedding and just generally stocking a bar at their wedding or event, what sort of hints, tips and advice would you give for them?
You do it first, Kev.
So, definite bit of advice, and we've actually done this. We've had some grooms come and taste the beer, not too long ago actually, whereby they've tasted all 5. They've tried to think about those people that are attending the weddings, what they would like. Some of our beers are stronger than others, they're taking that into account, and at the end of it, all of the grooms and obviously the brides have come to a conclusion on, well, this is what I'd like at our wedding.
Yeah.
So, the numbers, typically 2 or 3 beers, we're probably looking at out of a selection at 5, maybe 6 in the future, who knows? So
that's not, and I know you guys here at Penton Park, obviously we've got the bar for the events you do here and you do that, but obviously they could come and sample and take some away to do a DIY bar or something,
Yeah, so there's a couple of points there. They could take some away, and if you want to take some away, you could do something like a growler, or just an empty milk bottle, essentially, if you wanted to sort of have a container or a vessel. But if you
does everyone know what a growler is?
No, I don't think they do, sorry. We had the explanation of what a growler was before, but
we're not going to cover what I
that's
thought
not
it was.
quite right. No, just the right explanation.
Move on. Sorry, Emily.
This is a aluminium vessel that you can put 4 pints in or 10 pints in, and it's sealed shut. And sometimes you get a really expensive growler, you get a little gasser in the top of it as well, so it keeps the PSI levels up, which puts the CO2 in there and the oxygen out, so it stays fresh. So
there's me thinking that I just came up and asked for a keg, and that was as technical as it got, but actually
it gets technical.
It gets very
technical. You can see all the stuff over there, all the gassing equipment we've got in there.
There is a lot of equipment over here.
The growler does give a good option because it's a smaller quantity, but we can do potentially pins, 36 pints, corny kegs, 40 pints, or we can actually do the kegs themselves, the large kegs, which are 9-gallon kegs, which are 72 pints.
Cool.
So we've got some options there.
And let's say we've got, 100, 150 people at a wedding.
Yeah.
How many pints, for easy maths, would you recommend someone bought?
120 pints.
120 pints.
So we used to have, well, that's in our experience, when we've had a wedding upstairs and we've had 150 people, you've got to think that they're not 150 men. Men predominantly at the moment drink ales and stuff. We've gone through 3 corny kegs, which is about 120 pints.
Yeah, because it is. I do. Emily and I always talk about our wedding a lot on these videos, and for ours, we bought 1,000 bottles of lager from France. We road tripped and bought them, plus many other things. We had ale, we had cider, soft drinks, champagne, loads of soft drinks because there was plenty of non-drinkers, and spirits. And of our 1,000 bottles of lager, I think we took about 600 home. Plus all the spirits we took, and all the champagne went bizarrely, but we took all the spirits home and literally lived off them. So it is easy to overcalculate, and I'm a bit of an OCD boy, so I'd come up with some Excel spreadsheet to try and work it all out, and it's still massively over-factored.
You must remember there are the key points to any successful wedding is firstly no stress. Right, if you've got a bridezilla that's stressed, or a mother-in-law that's stressed, or a father-in-law that's stressed, it kills the vibe in the wedding because everyone's looking at those people. Secondly, food. Good food, vitally important, and not too much of it, because if you fill everybody up, they get tired. It's nice sometimes to have a pick. Have enough of your wedding breakfast, so you're not totally full. Maybe have something later on, like a bacon back or whatever. Good music, and you've got to get a DJ that doesn't play what he likes, but what the audience like. And beer and alcohol doesn't run out. You know, so you bought 1,000 bottles.
Yeah.
So what?
We didn't run out for a year.
You didn't run out. And that's the most important thing. You know, I've been to some house parties before where the music's been good and everything, and then all of a sudden the alarm goes off because there's no booze left.
Yeah.
And it kills the vibe.
No, it does. It's very important. And, you know, alcohol can be a taboo subject at times, you know, understandably, and we have to promote soft drinks as well as alcohol. But ultimately, you know, I've never been to a party that didn't have alcohol there, so it's about embracing it.
That's the thing, you never want to go to a party that hasn't got it.
No, I'm the first to admit as a male that, do I want to say this? Sometimes I found it difficult to have fun unless I'm having a couple of drinks when I'm out and about. I'm going to put that out there.
Yeah, look, I'm not the only one to admit that either.
Yeah, so no, that's really
It's our culture though, isn't it? It's our culture.
Yeah.
You were saying before that the bar is really important at weddings. It's not at every culture, is it? Depends what kind of audience you're playing to.
No, absolutely. I mean, and I've been in countries when I've sort of travelled around and that, where it's a lot more about coffee late at night. I couldn't dream about drinking that much caffeine and coffee late at night, but then I'm sure the same is for them when they look at, you know, our culture and our
hot on the shots lined up as well.
Yeah.
We talked about the different way we store our beers. That also gives flexibility.
Okay.
So, for example, if someone weren't having a wedding at Penton Park, but were having it and their reception in, I don't know, a setting or a village hall, you've got to also think about how can I make that easy for the wedding? Can I get someone to come in and do the bar and supply the beer, etc.? There's options there always to consider.
That is a good point.
Stress out a bit.
That is good. Thank you for bringing us back on track because we had way gone off on a tangent. Okay. But no,
he has a habit of doing that.
And that's
keeping it on track.
That's good because we were talking about travelling and coffee for a moment, which is a completely different thought process. But yeah, that's really true. You know, managing your own bar, doing a DIY bar, bringing someone in to do it. We did talk about DIY bars, and they're not for everyone. I think
that's right.
Yeah,
and sometimes you've got to gauge your audience. At my wedding, it was a DIY bar, and it was almost a disaster, like you were saying earlier on. I caught one of my friends shaking up a bottle of Coke, just about to pop it open, and you've got these 300-year-old ceilings up there, and my sister-in-law literally grabbed the Coke out of his hand and threw it out the window, which it popped.
Like a grenade.
Yeah, kind of. Hit the cap and you think that's part of a DIY bar. But there you go. You were saying before, if you're in a field, you have a whole lot of cask ales lined up, then people can just pour off the tap.
We've actually been involved in weddings who, serious kind of ale supporters, I think is the polite phrase we're going to use, and had a mini ale festival at their wedding, like we've been to beer festivals, and they're all lined up, wooden table, and they've absolutely embraced it. But the DIY is not for everyone, but it can be massively rewarding if you want to go down that route. So really have to think about what you want.
Also, again, if you want to have a stag do, and you want to shoot, for instance, and you want to have a bar in the back of the Land Rover, then you have your corny cakes, because they're what's called bright beer. So you can tip a corny cake up, you can shake it around, and when all the froth is finished doing its thing, you can still pour off clean beer.
Nice. I didn't know that existed. It was still kegs, like I say, until I walked through the door.
Yeah,
corny cakes are really good to transport.
Yeah, so they're corny cakes there. in that room, and now, like you're saying, really good to transport them. A nice little handle, you can pick them up, you can gas into them, you can put a tap on them, and they're really easy. And we've done that before. We had a bar in the back of the car. We've regularly gone to pubs and stuff. And
I've seen that. Is that picture on your Instagram or something like that? Yeah. So definitely check out the guys' Instagram. We give you all the links in the spiel below, so you can go and have a look at them all. So tell us a bit more about Penton Park Brewery. What are the plans? How's it going here? And what is exciting stuff ahead?
Yeah. Well, we've got a bit of a talk about the launch. A bit of a snip there. We've got a launch coming up in Salisbury on the 20th of April. It's at a place called Danny's Craft Bar and Kitchen, which is going to be really cool. We're just about to do a great big advertising thing for it. You'll see that pretty soon. We started off here just home brewing on. I did a Facebook Live the other day, home brewing on pasta pots.
Nice.
We've gradually got bigger and bigger.
The point, though, it wasn't nice.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was quite excited by that.
I'll have a look here. This is what we call a hit and miss bar. Yeah. Not open these, they're quite vile to be honest. But loads of these, they look nice and clear as well. Looks can be deceiving. But these beers, they're just bad beers because we didn't have the techniques to stop any sort of unwanted pests and bits and pieces getting into the beer. But they weren't good. And then we started to move away from pasta pots and get onto a more sort of better homebrew rig, of which this behind us is probably the bigger end of the homebrew rig.
So this is the third iteration, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we started off small, then we just went up another stage, and this is the current brew rig, which is great for small batch brewing. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Knock out some really nice beers.
But the next step is really to go larger again and
Yeah.
make sure that we have the consistency that we're now maintaining in our beer.
And you know what? I like to say, I promise you, I'm not just saying this. They're really nice. I've had plenty of ale. I'm approaching 40. I've drunk some. They are nice, So, and I happen, as I know you guys, I know you've put the effort into it, and I think that really comes across. So, good luck with the launch and the future plans.
And I've got to say, I found some more photographs of what this place used to look like with the old Rangers in front of the Rayburns in front of this thing and the old crusty sinks. All that kind of, it looks just like that.
Hopefully this comes out, but I presume this is the old kitchen.
It's the old kitchen.
And when was this house built, roughly?
There are two houses here. This is the first kitchen. So this is 1720.
So 1720.
That's the second range. That's 1830.
Right. So hopefully you can see this. Yes.
But the house as you see it is 1850, with the original part of the house still built into it. So it's kind of a mixed mash.
And I love the fact you're brewing down here in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And my favourite part of your ale. Do you know what my favourite part is? I think I mentioned it.
The finishing bit. So you got some more?
No. Well, the finishing bit. The water part of it. Actually.
Oh yeah. Just the wells outside.
Yeah. So you brew your own water out of your own well in the garden.
Yeah. If I leant out that window and held a broom, I could touch the well.
Yeah. No, that's
really, really lucky we're on water source. We haven't mentioned this before in other feeds, but our own water source, we had it tested, and that was really important. Again, look through some of our live chats as to why it's so important, but that told us so much about that water and the capability of it for brewing beer.
Yeah.
And it actually is a tributary off the test.
Oh, fantastic.
Kind of that line through Hampshire water. It produces the best beer, doesn't it?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but the test is very chalky, so that will help clear the water as it's travelling through it.
It also makes it quite hard as well.
Yeah,
it's good for porters, which is why our porter's amazing.
Yeah.
Who was it that we had a chap said that if it had been at the what festival was it?
Oh, that was a gentleman.
Which festival?
Salisbury Beer Festival.
Salisbury Beer Festival. He said it would have been the beer of the festival.
He would have voted for it.
He would have voted for it as the beer of the festival. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very, very complimentary. That's very nice of him.
Cool. on that note, guys, I hope that's okay. I think we are going to wrap up. But if anyone fancies coming along and sampling some of your ale for their own wedding or something else, how would they get hold of you? What's the best ways to check you out? Facebook.
That's really quick because it's really easy for us to sort of get back on the messages.
So facebook.com/Penton Park Brewery.
Just go to Penton Park Brewery. You'll find us on Facebook. There's also a link to a craft brewery club page.
Craft beer club.
Beer club, sorry, craft beer club, where we're doing a lot of feeds around brewing, what we've learned, what we enjoy, what's gone well, what's not gone so well. So absolutely, you can find us on there and contact us through there.
The Craft Beer Club is a forum for other home brewers to learn from all the other 250 people now that are in the Craft Beer Club. And it's a forum for all of those guys and girls to sit and chat and say, well, I tried this and I tried this and that didn't work, but this is really good. And using hop stands is great. And cooling my wort down before I do this and this. That's amazing. There's all this kind of stuff. It's just a churn, and it's really amazing. Everyone now started to put videos on of beers they're trying and say, "Well, I've made something like this." We've got a guy over in Belgium that's literally saying,
fantastic.
He's just showing us off kit and how he's brewing and stuff, and that we've got some people in Ohio that are now sort of joining in. It's absolutely incredible. It's global.
That is very cool. So check them out on Facebook, and like I say, I know they're on Instagram as well. Guy, Kevin, Penton Park Brewery, thank you very much for your time today. Bye. Fantastic. Today we've been at Penton Park Brewery, Guy and Kevin. Guy, where do they need to go if they'd like to watch more?
There.
And Kevin, where do they need to go if they want to subscribe to our channel?
Just there.
Magic.